First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Kakadash. I want to give double honor to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I was going to say shalom to all the Akim out there preaching this truth, and truth is sincerity. It's the brother Tazwan Kabar from GMS Miami, the Heralds of Yahweh Shai, 144 camp. As I'm driving home, Lord, if this video can be edified, so the hopefully elect out there. And, this is me talking through the spirit. And this just came across my mind, and this is the mindset we supposed to be kingdom and salvation orientated, meaning, where I want to go with this is meaning that our lives are supposed to be devoted to this truth, man. Our lives are supposed to be is supposed to be devoted to seeking the Lord and trying to please the Lord and trying to do what is asked of Him. Knowing that the times we're in right now and knowing what we see that's coming to pass, the only thing, our job is to do is continue within the Lord, and this goes for both the man and the woman and within His truth, the Akim and Akwaf. The man's job, once again, is, able to, prophesy, learn, prophesy, the right doctrine too, prophesy, feed the flock, and constantly, examine yourselves too, being a brother, sort of for charity, so it just talks about that, things of that sort. And the woman, being humble, meek, and being that pillar of rest to the men, although, together, serving Yahweh Bashim Yashar, and seeing the times, like I said, seeing the times we're in right now. Before we used to say, yeah, we at the end, but as we get closer and closer, especially where we are right now, it's very eye-opening. It's very eye-opening, and our job is to continue within the truth. I believe it's 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 15. If not, I'm gonna roughly paraphrase it: till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, and to doctrine, and through the spirit. That's our job. We gotta continue till Yahweh shall come, man. You got Matthew chapter 6, verse 33 says, seek ye first the kingdom, kingdom and righteousness. I'm roughly paraphrase it. Seek first the kingdom and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Added unto you. And that ties into being in a mindset where everything comes after this truth. This truth will be our first. Salvation will be our first. Seeking the kingdom will be our first. Yahweh Bashim Yahshai should be our first thing. That should be the first thing in our minds. And what man we ought to be. Seeing that the times are brewing, are coming to pass and brewing up quick, man. We got famine. And this we gonna continue saying it. We're gonna continue preaching these things until Yahweh shall come. You gonna have to hear brothers here say all the time, man. That's our job. That's the job the Lord gave us, man. But like I was saying, you see famine brewing up, shortages of food. You're gonna have the famine of word come too, because Scripture once again says you're gonna have a famine of food and water. And then you got the famine of the word. The famine of the word just says it, Amos 8 and 11. When we famine the word, we're not gonna have the men of the Lord on the highways and byways no more, man. All these things gotta come to pass, man. Then you got the MOTB being that last prophecy before Yahweh shall actually crack the clouds, man. Yahweh shall crack the clouds at the same time as World War III, man. And knowing all these things, knowing all these prophecies and things of that sort, our job is our rising the bar and continue pushing for the Lord, man. And through the Spirit, the Lord blesses shows that this is not our rest. To be in the mindset where you want to dwell in Babylon or dwell within this world is a mindset that's going to lead you to destruction, man. That's why we got to be spiritually and kingdom salvation orientated, man. Speaking to myself first and foremost, putting the kingdom and salvation in the forefront of our minds, man. Nothing else matters but this truth. Within this truth, within showing this, within this truth, within continuing in this truth, showing fervent charity, being a brother, doing what the Lord asks of, things of that sort, we're going to have everlasting life. I don't want to rest us out. We're part of that hopeful elect. Maybe part of the elect. But as of right now, we got to continue pushing in the dirt, man. And on top of that, I don't get any better than this, man. Real talk. Ain't nothing else you can do besides this truth, man. If you decide to go back in the world, your ass is grass. If you go back to the world, your ass gonna get destroyed, man. You continue the truth. Continue to do what you gotta do. I don't want to rest his out. Lord got you, man. Especially for the times we about to come in. I'm saying how many times I got to, man. Especially for the times we about to come in. Jacob's trouble, especially Jacob's trouble, meaning trouble for the Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, man. They at the forefront of this thing, man. And low end is edifying. I give all praise to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kakadash. I give double honors to my apostles and elders, great millstone. I say, Salak. I say shalom to all the Akim out there, preaching the truth, and truth is the city. With that being said, shalom.